Hey, fellow readers. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is
Seriez Sisterz. Oh. So sweet. Stop looking at me. It's really scary. Can you breathe okay?
Yeah.
It's like something's going on with those eyes. Like those will see in your soul.
They're dead eyes. Well, we're doing For the Wolf this week.
For the Wolf, guys. For that. She made me wear red. I had to buy this shirt because I don't have a red shirt.
All right. I'm going to remove the mask.
Please take the mask off.
It's very hot in here.
Well, in here is in the room or the mask?
In here.
Yeah, it's full of hair. What would we do if we couldn't get it off?
Oh my God. That would suck. Woo. Boy. It was a close one. Somebody might have saw.
I'm sure everyone saw.
Do I have...
No, I'm
crazy...
checking. This one goes over there. There you go. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
For
the
the
Wolf by Hannah Whitten. I enjoyed it. There are 2 books in this series. I might read the next one if I have time.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to know what happens.
Yeah.
So,
did you catch Survivor Wednesday?
I did.
Are we coming back to Survivor?
No,
do you have
we
other
can
shit to
discuss
talk
Survivor.
about? Okay. Jessica, this is the first time she's ever watched Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me that she knows how she would win.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't even fucking know. First of all, there will be spoilers because we're going to talk about this season. So if you don't want to hear that, skip to somewhere. I'm not sure where. But just, hit the button every 10 seconds. You'll catch it. So tell me your strategy.
Okay.
Wrong.
So what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're being a bitch.
Yes.
So what I've noticed is they seem to get rid of good competitors first.
Not always, but yes.
Yeah. Unless you're like a total douchebag, then they might.
Because they don't like you.
Yeah.
I've seen some where they keep them just because they're like, oh, we can get rid of them down the line. They're not going to fucking last. And they use them as an easy vote until through the merge sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my thing is I would play it cool.
Okay.
On challenges.
Not be the badass
and
that you are.
And not be like really good at them like I am.
But you have to do good at the challenges because if you don't do good at the challenges, you don't win, you don't get immunity or a reward.
Right. It's a risk.
Also, you get voted off if you don't do good at the challenges. They're going to be like, this bitch isn't working as hard as she can, so we're going to send her home.
I'm going to act like I am.
You're not that good a dancer.
And I won't be sneaky. I'll just be very nice until towards the end when I have to pick up my game. And
like she's not going to make connections with people and feel too bad about backstabbing them later on.
That's something I'm going to have a hard time with.
Yeah, I would too.
I'll go as long as I can without.
You haven't seen enough Survivor to make these decisions because you think you know, but you have no idea. That's the real world, isn't it?
Is.
Oh, I miss that show. You think you know, but there are so many different things that fucking happen. What you think is going to happen is never going to be the thing that happens. And that's what's so great about New York. That's what's so great about Survivor.
Take, for instance, Christina.
Oh, baby girl.
Yeah. She's doing her best.
I think she's kicking ass. Did you see how hard she worked to stay up on that thing?
Yes.
And I would not have done that. That is some willpower that I will never have. And I want to kiss her on the mouth.
Let me start over.
Yeah,
and
fuck
just
it.
fall back in.
Yeah, but she was like, I'm staying. And she did it.
Mm-hmm. So I would, and she's still there.
She's still there.
They're like down to the last 7 or 8.
8, I think. Maybe 7 now that they voted someone off. Or no, this will be 8 because there was 9, right? It's 8 or 9. 8, 7, something. Words.
But But all I'm saying is I would just really like her to, like, flip and be, like, the best.
Crazy bitch?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
At challenges now, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There was a girl, I can't remember her name. It's one of the new era, so from season 40 to now. And I cannot remember her. I think it was. I might be making that up. Anyway, she had an idol. She got an idol, like, one of the very first days, held on to that motherfucker the entire time, told absolutely no one. She was this sweet little girl, and then she pulled that out at Tribal, and it was just so good.
No one knew?
No one knew. She didn't tell anyone. That's how you have to play.
Yeah, you can't trust anyone.
Literally don't tell anyone, unless they're with you when you find it, and then whoops, now they have to know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Like, do not tell anyone that you have that
Rizzo,
thing.
The Riz God.
Okay. Really hate Riz God situation, whatever the fuck that is. I want to punch that kid. But he's a kid.
Yeah.
And him having his little breakdown made me actually appreciate him more. You will notice if when you watch more, everyone has their breaking point.
I've noticed.
Everyone will cry.
Yeah.
When Josh and I watched it the first time, one dude had his breaking point the second day in. And we're like, whoa, dude, you haven't even fucking been there.
Yeah.
But then he was cool as a cucumber the rest of the season. Yeah.
He got it out of the way.
He got it out of the way.
Yeah. I don't like Sage. I think she's manipulative.
Oh my God.
I understand the game. But I also think she's mean. Like, I think it comes from a place of meanness.
I disagree.
Oh.
I bet you fucking like Savannah, don't you? I hate Savannah.
I do like Savannah.
I think she's a stupid bitch.
No.
And I think she's the hateful mean girl.
No, maybe, but she's not fake about it. She will be that way to your face.
Yes, but this is Survivor. You have to be fake about it in order to pull off your blind sides. And I love Sage. I think in my notes I wrote, she's a freaky little creature, and I like her. I think she's I love Joanne. He was great. So I was sad too. But something I really, really love, especially about these newer seasons, is I guess we're talking about this for a long time.
Yeah,
You're
sorry,
welcome.
Guys.
What I really love about these new seasons is the sportsmanship, and like when Alex left, and then when Jawan, they're like, "Good job, guys! Like you got me. This is just a game. Fantastic job. See you later."
Yeah,
and that makes me so happy.
That's what I put when I wrote my little note.
Yes.
I was like, I really like how good of a sport he was at losing, because he's like, oh,
who did
man,
it? Yeah, who did
me.
it? Yeah, it was great. What else did I write in my first note is, I bet you like Savannah, don't you? That's my first note.
And I do.
I know you do. Ugh, she pisses me off. She's just, because I can tell she's not like a good lady.
She is. She's a good person.
Not what they're showing me.
Yeah.
Not what Survivor's choosing to show me. I think she is. She just has certain people that she enjoys, and she has a hard time when she does not enjoy you.
That's true. I could see that.
She seems very dry. Like, she's not very smiley, but she's weird, and that's what I love. Because you're like, this bitch for real?
I feel like she's kind of a bitch, though.
No. She's just got that face.
Okay. That might be true.
That teeter tunnel in the challenge, that looked really fun.
It did look fun.
That looked fun.
Teeter tunnel.
I couldn't believe that Sophie told that they were going to flip on Savannah.
Who did she tell?
She told, I think she told Savannah that Sage and Jawan were going to flip.
Yeah, because they were enemies a couple
they didn't like each other just a couple episodes.
And now
that's Survivor.
That's Survivor for you.
That's Survivor for you.
Anyways,
I would cry the whole time. Jessica was discussing how she didn't like that Christina cried. Man, fuck you.
No, it's not that she cried. She cries too much.
Sometimes our emotional bladders are full, Jessica, and we can't help it.
Emotional bladder.
That's what a therapist told me one time. That we all have an emotional bladder. It's just like when your bladder's full and you have to pee. When your emotional bladder is full, you have to cry. Some people have bigger ones. Some people have smaller ones. It made me feel better because I cry all the time.
I should cry more. Sometimes I feel like I really want to cry, but I'm not sad and I can't get the cry out.
I have no idea what that feels like.
But I know my body wants it.
Homeward Bound, every time.
I was thinking about that. And then I remembered I cried really hard at the end of, 1883, 1823.
I didn't watch that one. Damn, if you cried, I'll be a mess.
I cried. I, was sobbing. Ugly cried.
Oh, no. You never do that.
I know. But I don't think I could just watch the sad episode. I'd have to watch the whole series.
Right, because you have to get the... Yeah, you got to feel the feels.
Get up in there.
Yep. Whew. Well, that was a fun tangent.
Well...
Here we go.
You
ready to talk about the book?
Yeah, let's talk about this book.
Okay.
Let me say that...
I heard she writes well. She a good writer?
I enjoyed the way she wrote.
Okay.
Very descriptive and...
She uses the thesaurus, clearly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That makes me feel something.
Yes, I love that. I want to drink
She's got this series, so there's book 1 is for the wolf, book 2 is for the throne.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has another series that has 3 books.
Really?
But I don't remember what that one was about.
Okay, we might have to add that to our list, too.
And she's very cute.
Oh, is she on the back?
She's on... I think your husband pointed this out. Yeah.
That she was cute?
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
I don't know.
She's adorable.
We'll post a picture.
She's got a tattoo. Look at her.
Adorable.
She's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to find out. Can you see it? Yeah,
okay. You ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
Nope, the wolf fell down.
He'll be all right. Let me get myself situated. Sorry, let me log in.
She wasn't ready. We talked about Survivor
too long and it went to sleep. Okay.
Okay, let me get the zone. The wolf, we gotta listen to a book. Listen to a book.
You ready?
Pay attention, don't let your ADDs. Okay.
You can let it out.
Well, no, I'll zone out at things and then not listen to what you said.
Oh, okay. 2 nights before she was sent to the wolf, Red wore a dress the color of blood. Red is our main character.
Is that her real name?
No, her full name is Radaris.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. But, yeah, she goes by Red.
Okay.
And then her twin sister, Neve, her real name is Nevera.
Okay.
And actually, I don't know if it's Neve or Neve.
Well, if it's Neve, I mean...
It's Nevera. I would say Neve.
Yeah, like Neve Campbell.
Yeah. That's what I kept thinking, but I listened to the audiobook.
And
she pronounces it Neve.
All right. Well,
so
Neve it is.
You might... I don't know. Who knows what I'll say when I'm reading this.
She'll leave that up to you to decide.
So they are getting ready for a ceremony to show Red off as the second daughter's sacrifice.
So she's barely the second daughter.
Right.
Probably by minutes.
Barely.
Yeah.
Neve has been trying to convince her to run away, but Red has refused and now says sharply, I can't. Neve continues to try to convince her, saying she doesn't even have the mark yet. So,
is it the mark of the beast?
Kinda. Every past second daughter has received this mark between their 19th and 20th birthdays.
Where's the mark at? What is it of?
Hold please.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Red will be 20 in 2 days. So on the 20th birthday, they have to go.
Oh, okay.
And her mark hasn't appeared yet. So no one knows what the mark looks like.
Is it different for each person?
I think so.
Okay.
But it appears under their elbow.
Oh, under their crevice?
I think so. Or above their elbow. Whatever. By their elbow.
It's around
crevice.
Next to the elbow.
Yeah. Adjacent to the elbow crevice.
Okay.
Mark or no mark, Red was bound to the Wilderwood, bound to the wolf, bound to the ancient bargain, and in 2 days she was gone.
Has she known about this forever?
For her whole life. Yep.
I think that would have caused some trauma.
Yeah.
Okay.
You learn about the lore of the Wilderwood a little bit throughout the story.
Okay.
But I'll start by saying 200 years ago, a storm of monsters left the Wilderwood and terrorized the Northern Territories for a decade. Until Caldenor, she was the first second daughter, entered the Wilderwood and the monsters disappeared back into the forest.
She came in there and whipped him into shape.
Yes.
Okay.
Just hold on to that.
Okay, what was her name? Caldeer?
Caldenor.
Okay.
It's not super important, but I might say it again later.
Okay.
Once or twice. Neve says, once you go to him, it's over. He won't let you back out. You can never leave the forest again. Not like last time. If you enter the Wilderwood, you can't leave. This is me telling you.
Oh, okay.
You're basically trapped.
Okay.
Red and
Like
Neve.
on Frozen? You
Yeah.
can't get out of that
Yes.
magical forest?
What is that called?
The Enchanted Forest?
No. Stupid idiot.
What is what called?
When they go north into that forest.
I thought it was
There's
just
a
the
mist.
Enchanted
No,
Forest.
it's got a name.
Does it have a name?
God damn it.
I'm sorry. I've watched that movie so many times. I cry every time. And are you sure it has a name?
I feel like it has a name.
Maybe she named it.
Whatever. Anyways, Red and Neve had sort of entered the Wilderwood in the past when they were 16. Something bad happened.
Shits and giggles.
No. But I'll discuss that later. Okay. Okay. That feeling was mounting in Red's middle again. Something blooming, climbing up through her bones. Something growing. A fern sat on the windowsill. The leaves shuddered and gently stretched towards Red's shoulder. The veins in her arm, now tinged with green, and her mouth tasted of earth. Red clenched her fists and pushed that feeling away until it coiled back into its hiding place. Red said, "It's not just the monsters. There's the matter of me being enough to convince the wolf to release the kings." Neve says, "The kings aren't coming back. The order has sent 3 second daughters to the wolf, and he's never let them go before. He's not going to now." Their mother, Queen Isla, enters the room. Queen Isla is a bitch.
Cool.
Yeah. She was very cold and never treated Red like a daughter.
Well, in her defense, why would you get attached to something when you're just going to have to give it up?
That's kind of her argument.
But how do you not?
But still.
Yeah.
Isla told Neve to go greet the guests that had arrived and told Red that a lot of delegates and counselors would be in attendance, as well as many order priestesses from all over the continent had been
Matriarchal.
praying. What'd you say?
Is it matriarchal then?
Yeah.
Kings don't really matter that much. I mean, they kind of do.
It doesn't talk a lot about kings besides the 5 kings that disappeared.
Okay.
I assume there's kings to make babies
I would
with
assume.
the queens.
They're just in a cage.
Just keep them in the cage. Lots of priestesses from all over the continent had been praying in the shrine in shifts. Red said, "Do you think if the wolf finds me acceptable, he'll return the kings to you?" Isla said, "I hardly see how it matters." And that was that. Red entered the ballroom. Everyone in attendance was wearing white, and she was the only one in scarlet. She thought to herself that she would stay long enough for a dance or 2 and a glass of wine or 4, and then she would leave. At the ball, you're introduced to Rafe.
Spell it right, Rafe. Rudder has 2 D's.
Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't heard the name Rafe really anywhere else.
No. Just there. And here.
In here. Rafe is Red and Neve's childhood friend,
Okay.
but now Neve's secret boyfriend.
Ooh, lovers in the nighttime.
Yes.
Okay. Does Red know about this?
Yes.
Okay.
But not
Anyone
ever.
else?
Well, they might suspect, but
Okay.
Red knows. While Red is talking to Rafe, a young boy came up and asked Red to dance. While they're dancing, the boy says, "You're to meet him in the alcove. The first daughter said so." "Meet who?" Red asked. "The consort-elect, Lord Eric." So Eric is Red's lover.
Are they really lovers or are they soon to be lovers?
No, they're lovers.
They're doing it. Okay.
But he is betrothed to Neve.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And they each... Okay.
The girls know about it. They don't really discuss it because it's awkward
Right.
but they know.
Okay.
And they know about, each other's romances.
Got you.
So Red snuck away to meet Eric behind the curtain of an alcove. They embrace and kiss. Whatever. Eric told her he loved her. He always said it, but Red never said it back. At first, she thought it was because she was doing him a favor, knowing she would have to leave on her 20th birthday, trying to make it easier on him. But the truth was, she never said it because she didn't feel it.
Oh.
She loved him, but not in the way that matched his love for her. Eric tried to convince her to run away with him, and she refused. Red wasn't going to the Wilderwood to bring back gods. She wasn't going as insurance against monsters. She was going to the Wilderwood to save everyone she loved from herself.
Oh.
So they live in a country called Valeda.
Sounds like a disease.
It's the most northern country of this continent.
Okay.
The only thing farther north is the Wilderwood.
Oh, so she's got to go through...
No, so they're...
Oh, up. I got you.
The whole continent worships the Wilderwood like a religion. Each temple has a white tree shard, like a small splinter, of the Wilderwood.
That came from there. Okay.
To pray to.
That's weird.
Yep. But it was a special honor to trek to the Valaden temple where they had a whole bunch of them in their shrine. Like a little grove, little forest in their shrine.
Little splinter grove.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is about the Wilderwood now. Centuries ago, 300 to be precise.
Okay.
The forest had been a place of eternal summer, a spot of solace in a world full of violence and monsters. It had been capable of granting gifts or wishes to those who felt who left sacrifices in its borders.
So when they worship, I'm sorry, I'm back to worshiping it. Mm-hmm. It's like it's an idea. It's one. The wood is one personality. It's not like different gods of the wood.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. It's the wood.
Okay. Worship your wood.
Okay. And so it used to be full of magic. It would grant wishes to people who left sacrifices like bundled hair or teeth.
Okay.
But the what'd you say?
Hair dolls?
Yes. But the five kings bargained with the forest to bind away the monsters. So to get rid of the monsters in the continent.
At the beginning.
Bargained, and it's not clear on the specifics of the bargain right now.
Okay.
To trap the monsters in the forest.
And get them out of the town,
the rest of the country.
Okay.
So the Wilderwood created the Shadowlands.
Okay.
As a prison. And
is that part of the Wilderwood, or is
it's kind of like underneath it.
Okay.
We'll say.
Okay.
Kind of like hell.
Okay.
So all the magic was now used to contain the monsters in the Shadowlands. But the forest could still make bargains. In year 1 of the binding, which was the year the monsters were locked away, it bargained with Ciaran and Gaia. This was the original wolf and second daughter. They had asked the Wilderwood for shelter from Gaia's father, Valkior, and her betrothed Solmir. You don't really need to
know them. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I might mention them again, but they were 2 of the 5 kings.
Okay.
So Gaia's engaged to Solmir, but she's in love with Ciaran.
Okay.
So Ciaran and Gaia run away.
Okay.
And they asked for shelter from the Wilderwood. The Wilderwood granted them their request, giving them a place to hide and a place to be together forever. It bound them into its borders, but it made them something more than human. So Ciaran is the original wolf.
Okay.
Years later, for some unknown reason, the kings entered the Wilderwood never to return. But then, it's never clear about what these kings were doing. So I'm wondering in the second book.
Ooh, if they figure, okay.
Yeah. 150 years later, after the kings disappeared, Ciaran brought Gaia's body, half rotted and twisted with roots, to the forest border and said, "Send the next." So that's why they've been sending second daughters.
Okay.
And the second daughters they have to be royal second daughters. They can't just be anyone's second kid.
Okay.
So I know that was kind of confusing because I had to read it a couple of times.
Oh, I got it. So.
Okay.
those two ran away. Mm-hmm. They were given shelter in the wood. Mm-hmm. But then for some fucking reason, the kings were like, I'm going to go do shit.
I think it discusses a little bit later that, like, her dad and her betrothed were looking for her and trying to...
because she had run away. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
But I don't know why 5 kings went in when those are just 2 of them. But
maybe they got a group together.
Yeah. Maybe.
Come on, guys. Let's go look. So they go in there. Mm-hmm. And then she's all gnarled and rooty.
Yeah, but it's like 100 years later after they go
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you said that. It's so gross.
Yeah.
But he's like, here, take this. Give me another.
Yeah.
Put some stank on it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we're on Red's 20th birthday. The court set out at sunrise, so everybody, like, in town is like, this is a big deal.
Okay.
So everyone packs...
Instead of it being a scary ceremony, it's like a rich, like a happy...
Kind of. I think they just want to see. They just want to watch.
Morbid motherfuckers.
Really, yeah. They all pack into their carriages for the short trip to the Wilderwood. Red's carriage led the way, but apart from the driver, she was alone. All she brought with her were the clothes on her back and a scuffed leather bag packed with books. Her mark had appeared overnight.
Oh, of course it did.
It was small,
delicately... It was a little dick.
Tiny little dick.
Little weenie.
Delicately tendrilled, like circling just beneath her elbow. Okay.
The elbow. Okay.
So it's kind of
or
just
beneath
like
the elbow.
I mean, maybe. That would be harder to see, and she, like, touches it a lot and feels
okay, well, then that's fine.
I don't know. Whatever. When she touched it, the veins in her finger turned green, and the hedges outside the window stretched toward her. Neve had helped her dress that morning in a white gown, black sash, and a red cloak. Red pulled the cloak around her. If she couldn't have her sister close, at least she had this. As soon as Red stepped out of the carriage sped away. No one wanted to be close to the Wilderwood. So all these people came to see, but they weren't going to get close enough because they're all scared of it.
Wussies.
Yeah. Red, Neve cried, running from her carriage, their mother following behind. Neve said, I'll see you again. I'll find a way, I promise. Queen Isla stared at Red and said, I know you think me cruel, both of you. Red responded, I would have preferred cruel. At least cruel would have been something. Isla said, you never belonged to me, Redaris. From the moment you were born, you belonged here. Then Isla turned and went back to her carriage, like a bitch.
Yep.
Red began walking to the tree line, turned to look back at Neve one last time. I love you, she said, and then the trees swallowed her up.
That's very anticlimactic. Just peace about.
Yep. She just walks
Someone
off into the
can throw
woods.
flowers at her like a wedding or something.
No. She's a sacrifice. That's it.
Fine.
The temperature dropped instantly as soon as she entered the Wilderwood. It was completely silent, and the only thing that moved was the fog crawling over the ground. The trees were strange. Some were brown barked and gnarled, but others grew tall and straight, their bark unnaturally white until it met the forest floor. Their roots bent and twisted, but dark rot spreading through them like corroded veins. So the white trees, they're bright white, but they have rot creeping
up in there.
And it only affected the white trees.
Okay.
Red's unwanted magic curled through her ribs, a subtle hint of green etching her veins, but her power stayed docile, almost like it was waiting for something. Red yelled into the silence, I'm here! Am I acceptable? But nothing happened. I'm here, shadows, damn you! Come collect your sacrifice, wolf! But nothing happened. So she set off
into the little dance.
Yeah. After a while, the thicket rose before her, grown up around one of the white trees. Surrounding the tree, thorned bushes so thick she could barely make out the rot making its way up the trunk. A thorn caught in her hood, and as she tried to break free, another thorn sliced across her cheekbone. A drop of blood fell onto the trunk of the tree, and the tree absorbed it. What?
It needed her blood.
It sure likes her blood.
It looks like blood.
She waited and heard what sounded like a voice, but not quite, like it was reverberating from the forest floor.
The trees, like I'm a Wizard of Oz.
Finally.
Ew!
It's been one for so long.
Was it hexes?
Double shifts.
No breaks.
No breaks. And then all hell broke loose.
Oh no.
Vines and branches started swinging for her. The ground began buckling under her feet, trying to trip her. The trees bending towards her. Red ran. She ran and ran. Until she reached a clearing and collapsed in a pile of leaves. Once she caught her breath and stood, in front of her was an iron gate. It rose up double her height, stretched on either side, disappearing into the gloom. Pieces of castle showed through the gaps in the middle, a ruin half consumed by the forest around it. As soon as she was through, the gate closed behind her. No white trees grew past the gate. So she was like, oh, this might be okay.
Maybe
for a
it's
little
okay.
bit.
Right. If the trees aren't going to be up in here.
Red pushed the door of the castle open, expecting it to be darkness and rot like the outside. Inside, the floor was carpeted with moss and clusters of toadstools. The walls and windows cracked and falling apart, but it wasn't dark. A woody vine lined the walls, flames burning at equidistant points along its length. But the vine itself wasn't consumed, and the flames didn't spread farther. She followed the lights up the moss-covered stairs to a wooden door. She pushed it open and froze. It was a library. Red wandered up and down the rows, touching the book spines, and realized there was no mildew. All of the books appeared to be taken care of.
It smelled so good in there.
Someone was minding this library. And then she saw him. The figure at the table didn't seem to notice her.
I'm picturing that fucking...
All hunched over. His head bent over an open book, hand moving as he wrote on paper. The lines of his shoulders spoke of strength, but that of only a man rather than a monster. Still, there was something otherworldly in the shape of him, something that hinted at humanity but didn't quite arrive there. I don't have horns, if that's what you're wondering, the wolf said, and turned and narrowed his eyes.
Wolves don't normally have horns, sir.
Well, that's true. That's why you said that. You must be the second daughter. His nose had been broken and haphazardly mended, probably more than once. His hands large and thatched with thin scars. His hair black and overlong. He didn't look much older than Red. His proportions were just out of the realm of normal. Too tall, too solid, shadows around him darker than they should be. The wolf was a man before he was a monster, and the figure before her didn't fit neatly into either category. You're welcome to stay in the library, he said, turning back around.
You want to stay in the West Wing?
What's in the West Wing?
It's forbidden.
I'd prefer it if you didn't lurk behind me while I'm working.
Don't be lurking.
Red said, will you let the kings go now? He continued writing and said, the kings aren't here. They're still on about that then?
It's still a thing.
Is that still a thing?
Still on Grease?
Sorry to disappoint you, second daughter, but the kings are gone. They aren't something you'd want returned anyway. Not surprised. All Red could say was, oh. Sighing, he turned back around to look at her. Well, you came. Your part of this is fulfilled. I'll count us even. I'll get someone to lead you out and you can go back the way you came. No, I can't, Red argued. I came to you and we can't leave after we come to you. This is it. I have to stay. You don't, the wolf said. You truly don't.
For real. Get the fuck out.
Red said, those are the rules. Once we come to you, we can't leave. The forest won't let us. The wolf growled, the forest will let you leave if I make it. Red said, this doesn't make sense. If you were just going to send me back, why did you demand we come in the first? I'll stop you right there. The wolf stood up, looming a foot and a half taller than Red. I didn't demand anything. Yes, you did, she said. You brought Gaia to the edge of the forest. You told them to send the next one. The wolf stalked toward her. None of that was me. Whatever you think you know is clearly wrong.
What?
Red cowered a little, and he paused, his anger turning into something that looked more like guilt. I had no part in this arrangement than you did. She said, my name is Radaris, and you're Kiaran? Amen, the wolf said, going back to his desk. Kiaran and Gaia were my parents.
Ah.
The fight left them both exhausted. The wolf commented on the order sending her off with the usual fanfare and that damn red cloak. He told her she could leave it outside and he'd have someone burn it, but Red insisted on keeping it. He asked how long it had been since the last second daughter, and she said it had been a century since Mara had come. So there's... Gaia was the first, kind of. Caldenor was technically the first.
First one being sent there.
Yeah. And then there's one, Sayetha and Mara.
And then her.
And then her.
Okay.
Red wandered through the library trying to make sense of the situation. She knew she belonged there, whether the wolf wanted her or not. The magic that made her taste dirt and turned her veins green made it clear. The magic that could wreak such destruction if she didn't keep it contained. The wolf, Aemon, rounded the corner carrying a stack of books. He noticed Red's cheek still bleeding from the cut. What happened there? He asked. She said, a thorn. It's not deep. They were around one of those white trees. Panicking, Aemon asked, the white trees? Did you bleed on it? She said, kind of, but it wasn't on purpose.
Fuck, you just ruined everything.
Yeah. I need you to tell me exactly what happened, Radaris, he said. Surprised, she said, it's just a scratch. A thorn got my cheek, and the white tree absorbed it somehow.
And then said, finally.
And then
it did speak.
And it chased me. Well, the Wilderwood did, I mean. Is that all? He asked. Yes, all it did was chase me. If that wasn't supposed to happen, perhaps you should keep better control of your damn trees. He arched his brow, but appeared to be relieved. My apologies, he said. Allow me to make it up to you. The wolf laid his finger along the cut and closed his eyes.
Oh.
In a fraction of a second, the cut appeared on his face and hers was gone.
Aww.
Aemon went back to work putting his books away. The rules here are simple, he said. The first, don't go beyond the gate. What?
Don't do it.
The West Wing?
Yeah.
That's not a rule. Second, the Wilderwood wants blood, especially yours. Don't bleed where the trees can taste it, or they'll come for you. Third, he said, opening the library door, stay out of my way. There's a room you can use in the corridor. Welcome to the Black Keep, Radaris. And he shut the door behind her.
Boo.
So the fact that there's a castle and a beast and a library, that's pretty much the only similarity.
All Beauties and the Beasts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess he's kind of a curmudgeon.
Right.
You know, and
she's gonna see, that's how I feel about Sean Yu.
Whoa. He's a vicious warmonger.
I see
murdering millions of people.
Inside.
Okay, there's nothing there. Wow, fell out with the rest of his hair
on top. Fair.
Okay, the night of her 16th birthday, when Red and Neve had stolen horses and rode to the Wilderwood to try and burn it down, Red had cut her hand on a rock and accidentally bled in the forest. The Wilderwood had splintered its damning magic into her bloodstream, and she'd seen something, a vision. Hands that weren't her own, large and scarred and thrust into the dirt just as hers were. She'd almost thought she imagined it, but now she realized the hands she'd seen were the wolf's.
They're his.
They were his.
His hands.
His hands. Red wandered through the ruin of the castle, passing a tapestry with the image of Kiaran and Gaia, then passing a dining room, and finally finding the room that would be hers. It was clean and sparsely furnished with a bed, a wardrobe, and a bathtub already full of water.
Let's see what I've got in my drawers.
That's what I thought of. She opened the wardrobe.
How embarrassing.
And found it filled with several dresses. Nothing fancy, but Red was glad to find them because she obviously hadn't brought a change of clothes and she expected to be dead. Now we're going to jump to Neve.
Okay.
So there's only like 3 or 4 Neve chapters. But the rest is red. But this is Neve. Neve walked through the gardens to the shrine. There were no priestesses around. The official vigils for the 5 kings' return would start at midnight, so she had some time.
They keep a lookout?
Mm-hmm.
The whole time?
Not the whole time.
Okay.
No. Basically, like, right after a daughter is sent, then they kind of...
Ooh, what's going to happen?
Is it going to happen? But it never does. She didn't know why she was bothering coming here. She'd never been one to take solace in prayer. Maybe she just needed a private place to cry. Right at 16, after what happened with Red, she had tried religion on for size for a week or 2, hoping it would help her come to terms with Red being a pawn. Send her to the Wilderwood. Maybe this time the 5 kings would come back. At the very least, it would keep the fabled monsters away. But Neve didn't find it comforting. The shrine was nothing but a stone room full of candles and branches. Now, as she entered the shrine, she walked in on 3 priestesses holding candles. Clenching her fist, she let her anger boil over, and she took it out on them, saying rude things about their religion, and eventually yelling at them to get out. Once she was alone, she went past the curtain into the second room of the shrine. You don't do that.
Oh, you're not supposed to get in there?
No. She had been there only once before when she was 10 and officially named the heir to the throne. So it's only for really special
fancy
occasions.
people. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then, the white branches had seemed as tall as trees themselves, but now they barely came to her shoulders. It was like a miniature Wilderwood. If Neve couldn't hurt the real Wilderwood, at least she could hurt this one. She started snapping branches in half. She didn't know how many branches she tore into before she felt a presence behind her. A red-haired priestess stood in the doorway. Neve wondered what the punishment would be for a first daughter committing her heresy. Neve and the priestess stared at each other. Finally, the priestess stepped into the room and said, "Come. If we clean it up, no one will ever notice." Neve and the priestess began cleaning up the shards of splintered wood, and she noticed a pendant swinging from the priestess's neck, which was odd because priestesses don't wear jewelry.
She's not real. I mean, she's real, but she's not real. Really good at guessing.
Yeah. Okay. It looked like a shard of wood, but it wasn't the shining white of bleached bone. It was threaded through with black. The priestess smiled and said, "Another piece of the Wilderwood. It breaks more easily than you'd think. Would you like to know what happened to your sister when she crossed into the Wilderwood?" Shocked, Neve said, "You know?" The priestess said, "So do you. Your sister is tangled in the forest, like Gaia was, like all the others. She went to the wolf and he bound her to it, just as he is bound." Neve knew the story. "But she's alive?" The priestess nodded, heading to the door. "She's alive." They left the shrine and the priestess continued. "The Wilderwood won't let her go. It has weakened this past century, but not enough. She couldn't escape even if she tried. At least, not right now." Neve asked, "What do you mean?" The priestess touched her necklace and said, "The forest is only as strong as we let it be. Your secrets are safe with me, Nevera." And then she disappeared into the garden.
It's only as strong as we let it be?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do. Red took a bath, picked out a green dress from the wardrobe. Her stomach growled and she realized she hadn't eaten since the day before. She remembered seeing a door off the dining room that must have been the kitchen and decided she would go in search of food. The twilight coming from the window hadn't changed since she'd arrived. The Wilderwood seemed to be in a perpetual state of dusk no matter the time of day. I think that would drive me crazy.
That would drive me insane.
Yeah.
Either fucking be day or be night. This whole halfway is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, she could never tell what time of day it was.
That's annoying. She'd be so depressed.
She quietly opened her bedroom door and crept out into the hallway. Through the archway across the hall, she heard voices. She heard the rough, gravelly voice of Eamon, but then she heard the melodious voice of a woman with an accent that reminded her of Rafe's.
Oh.
"She's here? So that's why the Wilderwood seems so restless." Eamon answered, "Restless is one way to put it." A new voice, masculine and deep, but not as rough as Eamon's, said, The Wilderwood needs 2, and it knows she's here now. You've held it alone for too long. The woman said, well, did she find you? Eamon answered, in the library. How'd she know to go to the damn library? The woman said, it's not like there's anywhere else to go, really. You can't hide from her, Eamon, no more than you could from the others. What did you expect? Eamon's grumbling was inaudible. The voices continued discussing Red and what Eamon had told her in the library. Then the woman changed the subject. There's a breach to the east. Nothing's come through from the Shadowlands yet, but I'm sure it won't be long. The sentinel tree was half covered in rot when I saw it earlier, and sinking fast. I threw some blood on it, but it didn't make much difference. There's been more breaches than usual lately. The Shadowlands, Red thought, that's the prison the Wilderwood had created to trap the monsters. Now they're worried about something coming through from the Shadowlands?
Is it sucking the life from the trees?
Kind of, yeah. So the white trees are called sentinels. And once the rot takes over the sentinel tree, which you'll kind of see, the sentinel kind of like sinks into the earth. But then a little new white sapling shows up at the castle. But there's a big hole letting Shadowland things come out.
What? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of confusing.
I just don't know why.
I don't know why either, you know? It's just something that happens. The wolf rounded the corner, and Red stepped in front of him. What's breached? She asked. The wolf said, eavesdropping is rude. She stood up straight and said,
the fuck
what's
else is she
breached?
supposed to do?
Eamon shouldered past her.
Hey, fuck that past.
Shouldered past her, saying, none of your concern. Red followed him, asking if it was the monsters, and he asked her what she knew about the monsters.
Not a lot.
Mm-hmm. She told him she knew that they came from the forest before Caldenor went in, and they disappeared afterward, and that the wolf would unleash the monsters on the world again if Red hadn't arrived. Eamon said, I didn't send the monsters. They weren't on purpose, but rest assured it won't happen again. Regardless of whether you'd come or not, I'll never purposefully unleash anything from this damn forest, and in fact work quite hard to keep it all contained. Red was comforted by this and said, so where are you going then?
What you doing?
Eamon said, to do wolf things. Red said, I'm coming with you. He rounded on her and told her she most certainly was not coming with him, but she continued to argue, and he eventually gave in. He held out his coat for her to wear, saying, it's cold, and then they walked out into the fog.
She's gonna do some magic shit on accident, isn't she?
You'll see. Red stayed close behind Eamon. They passed through the gate and out into the forest. She asked, what does a breach look like exactly? Darkness, he said, like a pool of black mud, either on its own or around a white tree. A place where the Wilderwood didn't hold strong enough and the Shadowlands pushed through. They walked deeper into the forest, and Eamon stopped suddenly, Red running into him. A white tree stretched up in front of them, its roots cut through the earth, threaded with black, shadowy rot. In a perfect circle around the roots, the earth was dark and soft, spongy like dead flesh.
Ew.
Eamon told Red to stay back and do not move. He placed his hands on the ground right in front of the pool of rot. Red saw the veins in his arms turn green, and the skin of his wrist turned dark and looked almost like bark. Suddenly, a root snaked out and hooked Red's ankle. She screamed as it knocked her to the ground, tying her to the forest floor.
Rude.
Her magic escaping out of her, causing the white trees around them to dive towards her. Redoris! Eamon screamed, but the forest drowned him out. The leaves underneath her turned from autumn brown to summer green. The Wilderwood was draining her. It would take what it needed from her and damn what was left, unless she found a way to stop it, to contain it. Red shoved her magic down, bound and banished. The forest exploded outward around her, freeing her. Eamon pushed Red behind him as a deep rumble escaped the pool of rot still surrounding the white tree. The shadow pit receded with unnatural quickness. Rot drained into the tree roots, so it's like the tree is sucking up the...
Oh, okay.
Into the tree roots and up the trunk. Eamon lunged toward the tree, a bleeding hand outstretched, but he wasn't fast enough. The ground around them erupted, shooting sharp twigs and leaves into the air, all tinged with black. The tree, now fully rotted, slowly began to sink into the ground. The shadow-rotted debris quickly cobbled itself together, knitting into a body. Now,
a body
woman stood in its place.
Oh.
Her hair was long and dark, her eyes an acidic emerald.
Ooh.
She said, "You think this time will be any different?" The voice didn't sound anything like a human. "This story has played out over and over again. It's such fun watching from below, but it always comes to the same conclusion. You aren't strong enough, wolf pup, just like your father."
It's pretty rude.
Eamon bent over, his bleeding hand pressed against his battered ribs. The woman continued, "It gets harder to hold on to yourself, doesn't it? The magic crowds you out, so you open a vein instead. But you can't bleed enough to hold it off forever. Can't bleed enough to keep the Shadowlands closed. Can't bleed enough to keep everything trapped." The Shadow Woman continued to taunt them.
I don't think I like her.
No, she kind of
sucks.
Yeah. She's changing her shape, her form into Mara, into Kyrian, into
all the
Gaia.
ones.
Eamon slapped his bloody hand to the tree that was sinking into the ground. Then the tree reversed itself, and the rot started receding. The shadow creature lunged at Eamon. He turned and slammed it into it with his bleeding palm. He kept his hand pressed against it as it shrank back down into the earth. Red stood, mouth agape.
Dude, what would you fucking do?
What the fuck was that, bro?
What?
As Eamon started walking back towards the keep, he explained that was a shadow creature. The breach had got big enough for it to slip through. 10 more minutes and the sentinel tree would have shown up as a sapling at the keep, and it would have needed far more blood to send it back where it's supposed to be. So I guess they show up there, and he has to
bleed on it.
Magically take it from the keep, take it wherever the breach was.
Figure out where it was.
Yeah. Heal that, and then replant the tree.
The fuck?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of work.
Seems like too much work. They're right. It's too much for one guy.
Healing them before they move is far easier. Red and Eamon continue discussing Red's power, how she had the ability to hold it in and contain it. Eamon tried talking her into learning how to use the magic, but she refused, saying it was too dangerous.
You gotta learn.
I know. Eamon stopped walking and looked at her. He said, "I will do my best to keep you safe from the Wilderwood, Redaris, but you're going to have to help. I can't do it alone. I've tried." They walked the rest of the way back in silence.
Yes, more. Yes. I like it.
Good.
I'm really here for that.
Yeah. It was good to read. So it's an adult book. So
a dirt situation.
No. Oh. I just meant like it's more
not as simple.
Yeah. As some of my other favorites. Well, because I'm an idiot.
No.
Sometimes
simple is the best.
Confusing.
Is that what that means? Confusing. Okay.
But, all right.
I'm not too confused yet.
Oh, good. Do you need a genogram?
Not yet.
Okay. You're smart.
Well, that's right now when it's fresh. We'll see what I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm really good at remembering.
Is that all we got?
I think that's all we got.
All right. Sweet. Hope you guys have a good week. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
I was going to say that too.
We just had Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was good and yummy, and we ate food.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. We played a game. As a family.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it. It was heads up, that game on your phone where if it's right, you flip it up. If it's wrong, go to whatever. Usually, we always team up couples. Yeah. And my husband and I kick everyone's ass. So this year, because of that, we weren't allowed to be on the same team. We had to draw numbers.
Yeah. And I was with Dad.
luck of the draw,
from
man.
a different time.
He's from a different. I would have rather. I'm glad that we did it that way because mom and dad together is the worst thing on. They can't hear each other. It's just.
That would have been entertaining.
Yeah, it's very funny.
It was fun. Well, hopefully you are following us on social media.
Yep. If not, fucking go do it.
YouTube.
Watch it.
Subscribe.
Like.
I want a new subscriber or two.
Yeah. Every time on Instagram, whenever we get a follower, I'm always like, and then it's always some like sex bot that I have to block, and it's just really hurtful because I get excited. Yeah, they're gross.
What's a sex bot?
Well, a bot meaning like
a fake
account. Yes, not like a robot like posing. Because I would follow them.
You.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it's just like follow me for sexy stuff, you know. And I'm like, I don't.
That was me.
Cool account, Jess.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Love you. Bye.